not waste any time, let's get started. I want to try and keep this under 10 or 15 minutes, not get super carried away, but if there's questions, please feel free to ask and I will try and get to them. I did have a couple beforehand that I will definitely cover. The first thing about aging skin is we tend to dry out. We tend to dry out, our skin tends to get thinner, we lose that elasticity in our skin, so we get fine lines, we get wrinkles, our pores may be deeper, more defined. So these are just some makeup artist tips. I am a professional makeup artist, special effects, and beauty for film and TV. I am not a cosmetologist. I am not an esthetician. I am not a plastic surgeon. These are just my professional tips. So these may not work for everybody. It is not a miracle, one shop fits all, but let's just give it a shot. And some of these tips are pretty awesome and I'm excited to share them with you. So the first thing is moisturize your skin. I don't know if you know this, but your body is made up of 90% water. So hydrate yourself and take really good care of moisturizing your skin. You have 3 minutes after washing your face or getting out of the shower to put your moisturizer on. That's when your pores are open, that's when your pores are absorbing that moisture. So that's when it's the most important to put that moisturizer on. If you haven't tried our Climate Control, it is literally moisturizer, liquid moisture in a bottle. It is magic. I know Samantha loves it. It started off as just another product that I heard Sam talk about, and now it is hands down the one and only product I cannot live without. I have it right here. It's a little blue bottle. You shake it to activate it. I do a couple sprays on my face or in my hand. You can mix it with the Sunnis Serum C, which is the purest form of vitamin C, and put it on your face. You can also mix it with the Nanga oil. You cannot see that because it is so blown out. That is no fun. I know it sounds crazy to put oil on your face, but it really does work. Just really lock in some of that moisture. The other thing is prime your skin. So any kind of a foundation primer to kind of seal in those pores and smooth out those fine lines and wrinkles. We have Make Sense Silk. Again, I'm sorry, my light is terrible. Just a little bit of this. It smells amazing. A little bit of this, just kind of get it around your eyes. You kind of push it in. It smooths everything out. So when you put your foundation on, it gives a really smooth finish. I'm sorry, I'm looking down because I wrote notes because I will totally forget some of the awesome things I wanted to tell you if I didn't write down notes. So that's why I'm looking down every couple seconds. The next thing is foundation. I've noticed as women get older, I feel like I'm going to be saying that a lot in this video. As women get older, they tend to be afraid of using the right color foundation. I think they're afraid of looking orange, maybe. They're afraid of picking the wrong color, so they tend to go a shade almost too light. And that's never good because when you get older, the last thing you want to look like is death, and white equals death. I missed it with the lippy color. What are you wearing? I'm wearing Pop Art Pink. I was wearing it all day and I didn't really feel like changing it to make it more age appropriate, but I love it. It's the funnest color. Anyway, so when you're picking that foundation, just really be aware that you're not going a shade too light or a couple shades too light, because it's really important that you want to add a little bit of life to your skin. So picking the right color foundation is so important. If you need help picking a color foundation, send me a couple selfies in the sun, natural light, and I will help you find the perfect color. And the next tip is when you're putting your foundation on, bring it down. I definitely noticed in older women, they tend to ignore like this little area. And then number one, this area doesn't get a ton of sun, but this area does. So just really make sure you feather it out. Bring that color down and feather it out. So your face looks like the same person as your neck, because that's important. The biggest one, concealer. That's my next one on the list. I get a lot of questions about concealer. Had a couple tonight. Concealer is very important. We want to cover sunspots, liver spots. They're pretty much the same. when you get older, you tend to get blue veins, purple veins. Everything starts to look a little more transparent, so you can see everything under your eyes. So picking a good concealer is ideal. You do want to go 2 shades lighter than your foundation, so you don't want to go too light, but you do want a real natural looking color. So I actually use the Senegence medium. I know I look kind of pale, but the medium kind of adapts to whatever your skin tone is a little bit. I've been able to use it on a lot of my clients. The medium is very versatile. Unless you're really, really, really pale skin, I would suggest medium or light. Let's see. All right, the next trick is, and this I often see, so I have just a blank brush. I just want to show you that when your circles are here, if you put your foundation right here, what's that going to do? That's going to highlight in a different color your bags. So bring that foundation, or I'm sorry, that concealer down. If your bag is here, bring it down to here. Bring it out. And the next thing is, take it with your finger, more natural, and kind of just pull it up. Anything in a sweeping up motion is ideal. When you're getting older, you don't want anything to be going in the down direction, the sagging direction. So bring it up, work it in, pull it to this, your circles here, bring it down to here. And that's for people with bags like me. I just get mommy bags. I don't have naturally darkened, sunken, I don't know, some people are just born with it. Some people just have darker circles around their eyes. And for them, I have a totally different trick. So, like I said, this isn't a one-size-fits-all kind of a fix. So for those people, I'm gonna try and get in so you guys can see me. Do I use my brush or fingers? I use both. Honestly, I'll put it on with this. I'll put a little on my brush, I'll put it here, pull it down, and then I'll take my finger and just kind of blot it in, because I think your finger kind of gives more of a skin type texture versus brush strokes. And I feel with concealer, less is more. Definitely, the more you put on, the more likely you are for it to crease and to sink into those wrinkles and to kind of almost be more noticeable. Where was I going with that? Oh, so if you have those dark sunken in eyes where you have that natural big circle, another fun tip is, it's kind of weird and it kind of takes a little bit of practice. So say your bag is right here, you're actually just going to take the concealer at the shadow of the bag. So you're going to put it down here. I know it sounds weird and it sounds crazy, but it creates this perfect seamless illusion of no bags. Oh look, you can see my face better when I cover that light right there. Anyway, so make sure you put a thin layer of foundation first so you get full coverage, and this is only for those people with those really deep sunk bags, those natural bags under those eyes. You're gonna put it, sorry, this is really hard. I'm looking just at my phone. You're gonna put it right under here, only in the shadow of the bag. I know it sounds weird, it works. Try it, play with it, blend it in, use your finger, stipple it in. It works magic. Let's see. The other thing is, don't overdo your eye cream. So if you're a big believer in eye cream, and I love eye cream, but as you get older and you put that eye cream on before you put your moisturizer on or after your moisturizer, and then you put your foundation and then you put your concealer, you have this barrier up where it's not gonna stick. It's not gonna stay. You need something for it to tack onto. And if you have too much sorry, everyone hates that word. Sorry. Ew, I don't even like that word. So if you have, sorry, that kind of, made me blush a little. All right, I'm okay. So, what was I saying? I don't even know. Let me look. Okay, the eye cream. So if you don't use eye cream, use it at night only. So you want there to be something for it to tack onto. So another fun trick is, let me grab one of our shadow scents. Let's just try Candlelight, for example. I'm gonna show you how fun this stuff is. Even though I have makeup on, I have no problem just putting this on top of it. So here's my next trick. Add a little bit of, can you guys see that? There we go. So add a little bit of the Candlelight. So I'm using this as a primer. So say I did my moisturizer and my foundation. Then I'm gonna put on a primer. I'm using Candlelight Shadow Sense as my primer. I'm leaving my hand up so you can actually see my face because I'm really washed out from this light. So I use that as a primer. That's gonna give my concealer something to hang on to. Then I'm gonna use my concealer on top of that. So real quickly, I'm just gonna use a little bit of this. Just a little bit. I'm gonna stipple that in. And the next trick, don't blink, the tissue trick. Okay, so you take a Kleenex, you pull it in half, and you gently put it right where you just applied that concealer. You're gonna lightly pat it in, and that's gonna absorb some of that moisture, but not the pigment. So that's gonna make it last all day. Now you don't need powder because powder is gonna make you look dry. It's gonna fall into those fine lines and wrinkles, and it's gonna make you look older. I'm telling you, best eye trick there is. All right, let's see. Contouring. We're not gonna do a ton of contouring. As we get older, our skin tends to sink in, giving us kind of a skull-looking face, which we don't want when we get older. Unless you are a little bit more round and you have a more round face, then you can do a little bit more contouring. But you don't need a ton of it. You can do a little bit here and around here to add more of a bronzing. Bronzing is good. You can either use, we have Mocha Java, which I love for bronzing, or our bronzer. Like I said, again, a little bit right here. You want to just kind of give that sun-kissed look, that youthful look, right along the hairline, and just add some warmth to your face. Warmth is good. Like I said, if you look too white and too pale, if you look too white and too pale, that kind of equals death. Not good. All right. Next thing, blush. Wear blush. When you get older, blush is a must. You want to add that youthful, vibrant warmth to your skin. It's so important. Stick with the floral type colors. You don't want anything too orange or too red. Stick with the pinks and the peaches and the softer colors. And I know I posted a couple things about knowing your face shape and where to put blush. That's important, but as you get older, I feel like as a general rule of thumb, I haven't put blush on tonight just so I can show you. I'm actually going to use the Shadow Sense because I love Shadow Sense's blush. This is Poisey Pink. It's so pretty. And again, I really firmly believe in using a cream blush. It gives more of a natural color versus when you put a powder blush on, it kind of looks like you're wearing blush, like powder blush. And we just want a natural warmth that kind of looks like it's yours, not your makeup's. So, on my face type, I normally go a little bit further back, but like I said, as a general rule of thumb, as you get older, I feel like that's the money spot. Not on your cheekbone, actually that might be a little too far forward. Not on your cheekbone and not way back here. So I just did one little dot of Shadow Sense. Let's try and find a blush brush. And I'm just gonna take that and work it up. Like I said, makeup moves up. As we get older, we don't want to pull anything down. See how easy that was? Everyone thinks creams are scary. They're not scary at all. They're so easy to work with. If you got too much, wipe it away. If you don't have enough, add a little more. Staple it on. Move it. You can literally move this stuff around if you don't have it in the right place. So blush, it's your friend when you get older, and make sure it's a cream blush. This is a cream to powder, so it sets It goes on looking like a cream, and it sets, it's smudge proof, it's crease proof, it's sweat proof. It's gonna last all day until you take it off. All right, now I have blush on one side of my face and not the other. Whatevs. All right, we are on the back side of the page. That means we only have 5 more steps. All right, eyes. As a general rule of thumb, stick with matte colors. Shimmer, glitters, not so much when you get older. All right, and the biggest thing is, I don't know if you've noticed, but your skin does get thinner, and it really gets thinner on your eyelids. Like, you can see veins, it gets bluish, it gets purplish. Prime it. Put something there for your color to sit on. Candlelight that I just used under my eye. Candlelight is a great color to kind of prime your eye so you have a clean, fresh slate. Try it. All right. Stick with neutral colors. Colors that are already in your skin tones. So grays, light browns, dark browns. Stick with those as a good general rule of thumb. If you want to add a pop of a little color, a matte little color, you can. But try and keep it under 3 colors. Let's not go crazy with this and that and it layers into that and it, woo, no, let's not do that because that's just, let's leave that to the kids. All right, next thing is liner. I get told a lot that women are afraid of liner. They think it's gonna make them look older. They don't know how to put it on. Liner is very, very, very important as you get older. The key is very thin liner. So, take a very thin brush. This is my favorite brush. It's not, I don't even think this is like a liner brush. Like my liner brush. Let's see if you can see the difference. Liner brush is the top one. I love this tiny little bottom one. It's so nice. So I suggest don't pull. Don't pull. Your skin is fragile. Do not pull on your skin. You can gently grab, but don't pull. Gently grab and work very gently into the lash line as thin as possible. It does not have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. Everyone's like, it's not a perfect straight line. Who cares? All right, grab this brush. Let's see. Grab this little guy. Feather it out. Look, now it's all smoky. It's a smoky line. Winning, that's all you need. You don't need it to be this perfect winged cat eye. When you get older, that's just not really your thing, the cat eye. So, get in, feather it out, you're good. The other thing is, don't bring it too far in, kind of stop. Like right where your pupil is to kind of keep it more natural. You want it mostly where your lashes are. And as far as liner goes, I have big googly eyes, so I don't suggest putting the liner on your waterline like I do. I do suggest putting your liner 2 shades lighter than this. So I did black up top, Onyx Shadow Sense as my liner. And then I'm gonna use this little guy, this little brush. I'm gonna use the same thing. I'm gonna dab it off, and I'm just gonna put it right here against that lash line, and I'm just gonna do it in the middle. And that is gonna open that eye up and make it kind of look like, I wanna say doll eyes, but that's, yeah, no cat eye. For you, you can have cat eye, Julia. But this video is for like older. And you know what? I don't even know how I would classify older. 40, 50, 60, 70? This is just general makeup tips for as you get older. You can take that and put whatever number you want in there. I'm not gonna tell you you're older. Anyway, so this is a general rule of thumb, is I'm trying to make this as broad for everybody, every eye shape, just that little bit. Buff it out, make it a nice soft. Don't bring it too far in or too far out. If you bring it too far out, yeah, just don't. And again, with your liner, with everything, I want everything moving in our up direction. Same with your shadow. If you're putting Where's my brush? If you're putting your shadow on like this, make sure you're not pulling down. Again, we don't want anything going with gravity. The other way. That's right. All right, next step. Curl your damn lashes. Go to lashes. See one of these? Buy one of these. If you don't have one, get comfortable with them. They have these really cool little plastic ones. I don't know if you've seen the plastic ones, but they are like this big. They're really cute, really little, and I really love them. They're not scary. This looks like it's gonna rip your face off, like some psycho killer scary movie. But don't be afraid of them. If you need help using them, I will help you. But the key is when you get older, your lashes get thinner and shorter, you need to use your eyelash curler to work those lashes up. Along with lash care is, we have Lash Sense with Undersense. The Undersense is so important. It's moisturizer for your lashes. So your lashes are so frail and brittle, they're gonna fall apart. They're gonna break, they're gonna fall out. You wanna take care of the ones you have. I strongly suggest using some sort of a primer to condition your lashes before you put on your mascara. That's it. And it also distracts from your wrinkles. Ah, lashes are fun. Don't be afraid of lashes too. Just don't go crazy. If you want to know how to like put them on, maybe I'll make a video about that. The other thing is you can cut them right in half. I love cutting lashes straight in half. Obviously they need to be the feathered ones. Cut them in half. You only need it on the outside. It kind of gives that like sweepy open. It's not as scary. So if you need an introduction to lashes, I can help. Brows. Next step is brows. Brows are really important. And I'm not the biggest, like, I don't love huge brows on me. I feel like it just looks weird. It's just not, I always fill mine in. Bigger just doesn't feel right for me, but that's just me. But brows are so, so, so important. As you get older, again, they just kind of tend to like disappear on the ends, and they do get thinner, and they do get lighter, and they will turn gray. You need to fill them in. Fill them in. The more youthful look are thicker, fuller brows. So stick with a thicker, fuller brow. You don't have to go over the top. Just fill them in, make them look like they're there to kind of complete your face. Because without them, I mean, seriously, look at that. That's just weird. Don't be weird. All right, next step, one of the last steps, lips. Maybe this isn't the best color for me to be wearing for this video, but I love it. Lips are very, 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 very important. It's like finishing the canvas. As you age, your lips get thinner. See, I hate this. As you age, everything freaking falls apart. It's terrible. But your lips do get thinner. So you want to line your lips. If you are using Lip Sense, turn your wand around backwards. Let me see if I have a wand. I usually carry extra wands. Okay. So if you have a wand, see how that one side has a tip? Yep, that's right. Take that tip and use that as your liner first. Go around. I'm sorry, I started at the corner. When you're older, your Cupid's bow, super important. So I'm gonna start over with my little corner, and I'm gonna start at the Cupid's bow. Make it nice and soft and not like a crazy V. You want it to be more like a distinguished M. So up and line, distinguish that Cupid's bow. And it's okay to go a little bit. Instead of right on top of your lip, you can go slightly underneath your lip. Give more of a full lip because, like I said, as you get older, your lips get thinner. Yeah, no bueno. And if you do happen to have super thin lips, avoid really dark colors, just because it makes your lips look even more thin. But don't be afraid of color. I think I hear that more from anybody since I've started with Lip Sense is, oh, I'm older, I can't wear bright colors. That's actually the exact opposite. You need to wear some you need to wear something that adds a little bit of life to your skin, because most people tend to kind of wear a lot less makeup as they get older. Don't be afraid of makeup. Makeup is your friend. Less makeup is your friend too. But you can have fun with your lips. You don't need to go wearing purple, crazy reds, but wear some color. It looks great on you. Just do it. Because if you add that flesh tone nude color that's really light and pale, your lips just disappear, and you, I don't want to say it, but you kind of look deathly. I'm sorry, I did say it. That's bad. I hope I'm not offending anybody by some of my assumptions and comments. Let's see. Oh, the last step is powder. I'm not the biggest fan of powder as you get older because, like I said, it dries your skin out, falls into those wrinkles. If you really, really, really feel like you're super shiny and glistening in the summer, you can add a little bit, but make sure you put it on that brush and shake it out. Shake as much powder as you can out so you just get the smallest amount. The other thing is, take that tissue that I showed you earlier, that half of a piece of a tissue, and blot your skin. This is definitely a film and makeup trick. Like, I don't need those fancy pore wipes when I have this. This really does work. Blot, and it will remove that shine. But as a general rule of thumb, powder is not your friend as you get older. Moisturizer is key. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. That was fun. If you have any questions or want to know about any of the products that I use or that I talked about, I'm happy to tell you about them. The other thing is, I am doing 15% off of all of our skincare for today only. So, jump on it. All right, thanks guys. Have a good night.